have manifested a lot of things in my life. And one of those things that I'm very, very proud of is how I manifested my relationship, my co-parenting relationship with my oldest daughter's father. So right now my daughter is 8 years old. She will be 9 next month. We actually have, our birthdays are like a day apart from each other. And pretty much this wasn't planned, so I really apologize for the pauses and stuff, because I do have to go back into my thought bank. Because at the end of the day, the relationship that we have now is really outstanding. It's really outstanding. It's unbelievable, you would think, if you knew me, if you knew the backstory on what we went through, starting off with when my daughter was born, So how I manifested this to happen, I went on for about 5 years dealing with this situation with this man. I called him narcissistic. Of course, we got into arguments and stuff like that. We almost got into a little small altercation when my daughter was like not even 1 year old. I really had this bad view of who this person was. I was blaming him. I was blaming him so much. And I was even blaming my daughter's behavior because of him. And until I realized that, as my daughter got older, we went to court. We've had court dates back to back, year to year. We went to court for child support. We went to court for custody. And I didn't know things before taking him to court. I'm gonna make another video about that, because I feel like that is very important, that a lot of mothers don't know, even fathers. So about taking the other parent to court for custody. It is not as easy and simple as you think it is, okay? So there's steps to it. There's things that you shouldn't do. There's things that you should say and shouldn't say, all right? So, and when you're going to court, you need to be on your P's and Q's. And I'm gonna just leave that at that. I'm gonna save that for another video again. And before I get into it, oh my goodness, I apologize for the rudeness. I'm blessing life with Tina, okay? If you are new here, go ahead and hit that like button and the subscribe button. If you are not new here, hit the like button and keep listening. So, and of course, share to someone that you may know needs this information, that this may help somebody else. This is how I dealt with this is how I manifested, again, my co-parenting relationship with my oldest daughter's father. So we went back and forth, and I want to mention somebody that actually had a big play in how I went about doing things when him and I would get into certain things, or when something would come up. This person played a big part of it, and that was the other child's mother. The other child's mother, I'm going to call her Stacy. Stacy, which is my daughter's half-sister's mom. Half-sister, not step-sister, half-sister. So that's another story. My child's father decided to go and have another baby 4 months after he got me pregnant. Yeah, that's another story, right? If you want to hear, I'm going to tell that anyways. You don't got to request it or not. I think that's a story time to tell. Anyways, so we got into cahoots. When we first started going to court, we both were taking this man to court at the same time. We both were taking him to court around the same time. And we both felt like, okay, we're going to get this man locked up. And we literally were like two baby mama bandits, literally trying to get this man locked up. And at that time, I don't care who said it, I don't care. This is what the story was, okay? It's not how it is now. And I didn't know the importance of a father in a child's life, because I didn't have my father in my life like that. That doesn't mean that it's okay to have your kids or future kids without a father. I feel like both parents are very important. And unfortunately, no, I'm not going to say unfortunately. I have to, delusional, right? Delusional. I was the best kid ever. Actually, I really was. I was the best kid ever. And I had the best parents ever, okay? Best parents ever. They were both in my life. They both treated me so well that I am how I am today. So, anyways, so I didn't realize the importance of that. So anytime something would come up with this person, with my child's father, if I had a dispute, or if I had anything that I wanted to get out off of my chest, I would call the other baby mama. And I'm gonna call her the other baby mama too. Stacy, the other baby mama. I would call her, and she had more experience apparently with this, with him. So she would just tell me like, I wouldn't do that, or don't do that, or you need to you need to text him right now and tell him that blah 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 blah, or you need to tell him that no, you're not getting your daughter, blah 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 blah. Like, she had played a big part. So I had a lot of like moments where I didn't have to call her. But I did anyways, and it caused me and my child's father's relationship to really have a dent in the way we co-parented. And the way he was, he was a Taurus. I'm an Aries. The way he was, he called me Miss Petty Crocker. He called me Miss Petty Crocker, and he felt like the more petty I was, the more petty he was going to be. Okay? Like, whatever I did, he did 10 times worse. Okay? So, and he told me that. He was like, listen, you're gonna be fighting. I'm gonna be fighting 10 times worse. You think I'm gonna get tired, but I'm never getting tired. Okay? Because, anyways, so he felt like I never got tired. So he wasn't gonna get tired. Literally. So, one day, as I started getting into my spirituality and doing more meditating and stuff like that, I was just learning more stuff of law of attraction and stuff like that, law of assumption. I was learning all of that stuff around this time. And this was about 4 years ago. Yeah, because my daughter's 8. She's about to be 9, so 5. Yep, about 5, I would say 3 to 4 years ago, this is when I was really getting into it. And I keep looking off because I know my kids are about to get off the bus. So I was really getting deep into it around that time. I'm trying to talk really fast because I don't want this video to be really, really long. So pretty much I was starting to see that I can change this relationship that we have. And he's never going to change, right? The person is never going to change. As bad as you want them to change, that person is never going to change. The only person you can change is who? You. That is the only person you can change. So, I decided to change myself. Not saying that I needed to change myself, but I needed to change and come up with a different approach on how I reacted to him, what I said to him. Like, I always responded to him like I was in defense mode. Like I had to protect something. I felt like I had to protect my daughter from him. And I didn't. Because at the end of the day, God chose this man to be her father. Everything happens for a reason. And I believe that. No, we didn't work out. We were never in a relationship. Did we have relations? Yes, more than once, but it just never worked out. Like, I was one of those females that I was very unconditional, and I still am. I'm a very unconditional, loving person, and I will love you till the wheels fall off, baby. I'm just that type of person. So if you get me, you find me, you're the luckiest person on this earth. seriously, I will really love you till the walls fall off, till the wheels fall off. You hear me? So, and that's how much I love myself. I've learned to love myself so much more. And the more I love myself more and more and more, the more people love me. Okay? The more people see the love that I give within myself, and they just like, yo, why are you so bright all the time? Why are you always smiling? Even when I'm going through rough times, it doesn't matter what it is. Anything bad or good is always working out for me. Always. Even if I see it differently, you know? So I started to change some things. And once I started changing those things slowly but surely, he started to change. Then I used to start hearing him say, you know you're my favorite baby mama, right? You know you're my favorite baby mama. And and no, we never agreed on child support. However, it's like now we don't talk about it, but I feel like now it's to the point where I didn't even, like, I brought it up to him. Like, I manifested to get more money out of child support. Not because of being money hungry, but because my daughter's getting older. She needs it. And granted, I did have a conversation with him. And back then, I thought that I was going to have to, like, reinforce some things. I thought I was going to have to go to court and all. And it's crazy because now it's to the point where I didn't have to say another word. It just happened. It's not a lot, but it just started happening slowly but surely. He started paying more and more. He's behind a little bit still, but he's starting to pay more and more and more. So this is what I mean by, like, I manifested this relationship to be so good that now our conversations are better. The way we talk to each other are more respectful. Like, when my daughter sees us talk now, she be like, I'm like, it's okay, baby. Like, we're about to have a good conversation. Go ahead, go in the house. We good. We good. And the other day I felt good telling her, I said, you know you have a good dad, right? Your father is a good man. He's a good man. He may not raise her the way that I would, or he may not raise her the way that I think he should. But I don't put my attention into those things. Like, now my daughter is getting old enough to the point where she can speak up for herself at times when I don't have, when I am unable to, or when I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna say when I'm unable to, because like I said, our conversations are way better. It's just certain things, like for instance, she still calls his wife Bae. And Bae to me is not really respectful. However, I feel like that is not something that I can change. It's not in my control. So I feel like that right there is something that I just throw my hands back on. And if my daughter feels like, especially as she's getting older, if she feels like that is the name that she wants to continue to call his wife, so be it. So be it. So, yeah, I feel like when you have a co-parenting relationship, it can be a mom or dad, and you feel like, oh, she's so bitter. Oh, he's so this. He's a narcissist. She's a narcissist. She's this, that, and that. She gets on my motherfucking nerves. Like, da. Baby, look within yourself. Look within yourself. I used to not want to look this man in his face. And you have to ask yourself why. I used to call that man the devil. And I kept telling myself, man, my daughter gonna see it one day. My daughter gonna see it one day. But you know what? She told me before, you know, she's like, my dad lied to me before. She don't care about that. She still love her daddy. I've lied to my daughter before. I feel like all parents have. You know? But she still loves us. She still loves us. It's to the point where our relationship is so good that I'd be willing to let her go over there extra time if she wants to. She only wants to when her half sister is there, she loves going over there. But when her half sister isn't there, she like, nope, because them kids, his other kids by his wife. We're not gonna talk about that because I don't talk about the people kids. but I do know that she calls them rugrats. Let's just say that. Okay, she don't like being over there when they're there. So yeah, I manifested the best relationship ever. And now I'm currently working on my youngest daughter's relationship with her dad. Like, it's not the best, and I know he's young. He's young. So with him being 5 years younger than I am, I'm learning how to deal with him because he's a different sign. He's a Gemini. So as I'm learning my daughter, myself, I'm learning him too. So I feel like, again, when you're in these co-parenting relationships, you're not with the parent, you're with the other parent anymore. You have to really learn how to parent. You really have to learn how to co-parent. It's not going to be so easy in the beginning, depending on the parent. I will say that. You know, especially if you have different parent styles. We all don't parent the same. So, I really hope what I said helped you in some kind of way. Like I said, I really prayed. I just kept saying that. And you know what else? I cut that baby mama off. Like, I cut her off. I stopped allowing her to be the judgment of the things that I do and say to this man. And you know what else? I cut off any other people that I decided to bring into me and his situation. I cut them off. I cut them out of the equation because that dictated a lot of what I did and said. And it feels good to know that we have a great ass co-parenting relationship. That's probably better than most. So I really hope this helps somebody out there. It's your girl Blessing out, and this is longer than I thought it was going to be. But I really hope you enjoyed this conversation with me. And, you know, put it in the comments if you have dealt with any type of co-parenting situations or whatever. Put it in the comments. I don't mind chatting it up and talking to you about the best ways, tips on how to deal with these situations. Because believe it or not, it's easier than you think it is. It really is. If you got this far, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see y'all later in the next video.